see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder that.
Ebru is a beast. What's good, guys? Your boy Ebru, diehard Ebru Knicks podcast. News today, man. News. As you see on the screen, we got this kid, Marjon. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. I thought he was French, but we'll find out exactly what his background is, at least from the service. I didn't really dig too deep, but I like this kid. His name is Beauchamp. Beauchamp. I guess Clyde and Mike Breen obviously is going to get the proper pronunciation as soon as he gets a chance to play. And I think this kid might be able to play right away, man. 6'6", they list him all officially 6'6". Some places have him 6'7" or so. Very long, very strong, very intense looking dude. His ethnicity might give you might unlock where that comes from, whatever. But I think this kid is good, man. I think he gave the Knicks fits at times. Athleticism wise, he's one of those guys that you have to put a body on for the Knicks. That hit 3-pointers, can bust out on the fast break and get dunks and that type of thing. So just activity wise, I think this kid might be able to come in and play right away. I think he's better than at least Shamet. Shamet has been playing small forward for us at 6'5". Can't rebound, can't do nothing else. This kid at least can do a little more than what Shamet can do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to seeing this kid. I wish, like I said, wish. It would have been nice to trade Jericho Sims for this dude. Fuck. We traded Jericho Sims for a dude that we actually could use that we're not using, but we already got Deuce McBride, so he's not going to play over Deuce McBride, this kid here, I think the potential here to play at least in Shamet's minutes, I think is very high. So I don't know if he's going to get a chance. Like I said, it's too far deep in the season now to all of a sudden find a guy. But if this guy can show up in practice, obviously the Knicks worked him out and stuff like that. They know that he can play, or they went to get him for a reason. Two-way player. I don't know if they're going to send him to the G League or whatnot. Just leave him there. That would suck. Just send him to the G League and just leave him there. This kid, I actually think that he should probably get some minutes, man. But we still have an actual roster spot open. One roster spot that's not a two-way spot. Then we have another two-way spot. So, we still have some moves to make here. I'm trying to keep an eye on any breaking news just in case something happens while I'm doing the pod here. But I think this is dope. I think this is dope. So yeah, man. So I just got a question here. Shout out to Ali Thoughts from Twitter. He just asked the question here. These are some of my notifications on Twitter, guys. He just asked a question. Solid pickup, but whose rotational spot is he taking? That's a good question. Like I said, Shamet number one. Shamet plays good defense, but Shamet is not a forward. We need a forward. Shamet is really like a kind of like almost like a point guard, shooting guard. He's a tweener. He's really a shooting guard. Can't really do nothing else but defend and shoot the three. So I'm talking about Shamet. This kid here, he could do the same thing, but he's actually a small forward. This guy can actually guard forwards. So that's exciting for me. He can guard forwards, he can guard shooting guards and that type of thing. So I'm excited about it. So let's go about his history real quick. This is the transaction that got him to the Knicks. Really, he got traded to the Clippers, which they make a note here said nobody really gave a damn. You know, this is the Twitter it's gonna be the Twitter feed there. So this is an odd thing that nobody really talked about this. He got traded for this kid Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. is an enigma. The guy should be actually be a household name. You know, as far as scoring and doing whatever he can do. You know, at the guard spot, but he got himself in trouble and stuff. So he's been traded a couple times from the Clippers to the Bucks. I haven't been paying attention to what the Bucks have been doing. That's a big pickup for them. But you know, Marjon Beauchamp is good enough to be traded for this kid for Kevin Porter Jr. So that needs to be noted. But at the same breath, the Clippers waived him. The Clippers waived him to just pick up somebody else. You know, the person that they chose to pick up wasn't even somebody even noteworthy. I'm not. I guess I'll mention it on the next spring there. But this is how we got here. Once he got to the Clippers, they waived him to make room for another two-way player that they were looking at on their side of things. So anyway, like I said, people get waived all the time. You know, people get waived all the time, especially the guys that are low salary guys are in their third year in the league. You know, that don't have guaranteed money and stuff like that. When it comes to making moves or whatever, if they want to take a look at another player, or if they have too many forwards and they want to make use of people, they'll just waive the guy. You know, so shout out to Moses Brown. Moses Brown is one of those guys that went undrafted. Actually, he went to UCLA, had a really good high school career. You know, went undrafted. You know, and from UCLA, played well in UCLA. Went to UCLA. He didn't come from like a no-name team. He played for a good school. You know, gets to the NBA on those non-guaranteed deals. He actually played well in OKC. If you look at his numbers, you know, I got into arguments with people on the internet about him that might have ruined a relationship before it got started, but that's for a thought for another day. But he averaged eight points and 8 rebounds for OKC a couple years ago. You know, but now he's like in and out the league all the time. You know, so I mean, you know, Moses Brown has some talent. You know, he's just not Mitchell Robinson. If you're looking for a Mitchell Robinson that's going to be out there guarding the perimeter, doing all that type of stuff, he won't. He's a plotting center. But we already talked about Moses Brown. Let's talk about this kid. Let's keep on scrolling. This is some trend. This is history about him. Let me see here. They said he was homeless, man. So it said his story includes homelessness, community college, and being drafted into NBA. So he actually got drafted from a community college, if I'm not mistaken. He ended up going to NBA Elite, you know, which is a part of the G League, whatever. So he got drafted through that program and stuff. So he came from a long way. Like I said, his story includes homelessness. So I'm not going to dig too deep on his personal history like that, but there's videos on it all over YouTube. So please check it out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely an interesting story. He went to Yakima Valley College in his hometown of Yakima, Washington. So he's another one of those guys from that Washington, you know, state area, you know, over there in the Pacific Northwest. They produce a lot of good basketball talent out there, man. So shout out to that area of the world. I can't wait to go visit. I think we might actually try to visit there this summer. You know, we'll see what happens, how the money goes and stuff. But it will be really dope to go visit that area. I want to see a Seattle Supersonics game, but they no longer exist. But it is what it is. He was picked number 24. You know, in the draft. You know, the Knicks were looking at him around that number as well. You know, the Knicks worked him out. They brought him in a couple times. You know, so he could have possibly been drafted by the Knicks from the get go. You know, career stats. We'll take a look at that in a second. But like I said, other aspects of his history, it says homelessness. He went to community college, and a lot of interesting stuff, man. So it seems like a good kid, man. Just looking at some of the pictures or whatever. This is him on draft day. Look at him crying and stuff like that. So just knowing this history about him being homeless and stuff like that, for him to be standing on the stage next to the NBA commissioner, you know, crying like that, you know where the tears are coming from. Him and his family probably been through a lot of hard work, a lot of probably sacrifices just so he can have an opportunity to play basketball. They said in the prior thing, they said that he bought his mom a house. You know, the proper thing there. So he's a good kid and seems like he's a good boy. You know, I'm not sure if he's married or anything like that. I think I might have saw something, you know, but it is what it is, man. But, you know, more part of his history is take a look at his injury history. This is recently here. He was out, you know, early in the year with an illness. I think everybody was out with an illness this year, February and January. I'm still dealing with some allergies, things, you know, whatever that's been driving me crazy. I still need to put my glasses on. I should have put them on before I started. But you know, I'm doing okay. Hamstrings this year, 2024, early in the season, hamstring, neck, hamstring, Everything is hamstring for the beginning of the season here. That's due to probably training camp stuff or whatever. So that's all in the beginning of the season listed as hamstring. Everything else from last year, you got ankle, backs, a lot of back, a lot of ankle illness, ankle, patella, just regular stuff. Not really nothing too crazy. I didn't see anything about surgeries or anything like that. So a guy like this also too, you have to read these things in a grain of salt because they'll list them with an injury just because they don't want to play him. Instead of just coach's decision, they'll say, "Oh, okay, well, your ankle hurts. Okay, you got an ankle injury. Oh, your hamstring. Yeah, just blame it on the hamstring." You know what I'm saying? So just take it for what it is there. Let's go into some of his stats here. So, like I said, he's from the Pacific Northwest, Washington. Take a look at where that is on the map and stuff. High school, you see, as you can see, he went all through a bunch of different high schools and stuff, man. So he had a rough life. So I keep emphasizing that because that just shows the heart of this kid. This kid, I'm guessing, that this kid probably has a little extra toughness, something to prove, out there, especially being waived and stuff like that. I'm quite sure that might have set him into overdrive. At least I'm thinking that for him to prove that he belongs in the NBA and stuff. So at least that's what I'm hoping. These are his stats here, as you can see. I never averaged more than 5 points per game. He averaged 5 points per game his rookie season. He actually played these years. Check out the playoffs. Playoffs, he played 6 games in the playoffs. I don't think those are the years they won the championship. But he didn't really play much. But I remember him playing, pretty decent, against the Knicks. Let me go back here. I believe he played pretty decent against the Knicks, from what I remember. Just scrolling through to the 36 minutes stats per game. The 36-minute stats per game jump out at me right now because 36 minutes for his rookie year, 13 and 6, basically 12 and 6, 16 and 9, 15 and 9. Like I said, grain of salt, 25 and 6 this year. You only played 3 games, didn't really play much minutes, but it's just a projection, so you can see where he could be at for his career for 3 years. His projected stats is 13.5, 6 rebounds, only basically almost two assists there, almost a steal, half a block per game. That's decent stats. That's like prototypical, like run of the mill, regular player in the NBA kind of stats. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to say this guy's going to be some kind of all star, but he is a serviceable NBA player, and I think that just right off the bat, I just think that he's a better option than Shamit because we got Deuce. Deuce has to play those backup guard minutes. Period, man. Shamit. I don't know because why do we need Shamit if we have Cameron Payne? Cameron Payne and Deuce should lock down the minutes off the bench there. Shamit, we don't waive Shamit. Shamit still stays on the bench, and if we need him due to injury, then we could put Shamit in the game. But this guy Marlon, Beauchamp, I know we got guys like Pacome. I would rather play Pacome than sign this guy, to tell you the truth. Play Pacome. Pacome should have been playing from the beginning of the season. Pacome seems like a guy that's not scared. Next year I think he might get an opportunity. But if this guy can show that he can do something, then I'd rather see him play. If Tom Thibodeau does not trust the rookies that much, you rather play a guy with a little bit of NBA experience. I wouldn't mind playing this guy. Just to add a little bit more to his story here, guys. Like I said, he's actually a Native American. So not trying to be funny or anything like that, but just the features, the very strong features, the toughness in the face. People are always saying that he looks like a tough guy, but that's just that a Native American. Native Americans have that strong, structure in their face, that very stoic face. So he's a Native American, actually from the Mission Indians, and it says a Lajola band of Loseño Indians, so he's from that area. I don't know if he grew up on a plant I was gonna say plantation, Lord have mercy, on a what do they call that for Indians? Reservation. I don't think he grew up on a reservation or anything like that. But I'm not too much sure. So that's up for you guys to figure that out. I'm just giving you like a little brief outlook on his career here. Let's take a look at some splits. Just going down to him at his stats as a starter. I see started minutes total for his career. 12 games, 27 minutes per game, only average 8.5, 4.7, 1.3. So grain of salt, but like I said, he does put up NBA, type of stats there. Not saying that he should play 27 minutes. I'm not saying that that this like he's not a world beater kind of player. But it's interesting. If he played not if in the 4 games that he played over 30 minutes in his career, it's only been 4 games. He averaged 12, 6, and 2. So the rebounds is what I'm looking at. He can get rebounds at his position. That's what's important to me. Shamit can't rebound. Neither can OG. OG can't rebound, and neither can Mikal Bridges. So if we got another guy in there coming off the bench that at least has a pulse on rebounding, that helps us out a lot. So I really like that. Him playing 40 minutes per game. He did it one time. He got 13, 6, and 4. Getting into the 20, 29-minute range, he averaged 7, 3, and 1. And then probably the minutes where he probably would get here on his team is 10 and 19. He averaged 14 minutes per game during that time, 5 points, 2.5 rebounds, and whatever. So, these stats don't jump out at you, but the 3-point percentage is there, 37, 35, 29 for the 17 games, during the 20 and 29-minute range. But you can see 40% here, 35. So he's basically like a middle of the pack 3-point shooter, 35%, 37%. So that's like league. Is that league average? It's got to be like around league average or so. So he's a league average player basically. He can get like basic rebounds, basic points, basic jump shooting for an NBA player. What sticks out to me is potential toughness, his defense out there, and stuff like that. So I do have a video to play here. This is this is the actual somebody had posted this. This is the New York Knicks. New York Knicks posted something this 2 hours ago. And I'm like, 2 hours ago, the game was yesterday. We didn't see all the highlights we needed to see. So 2 hours ago was what? 7, that was like 5 something. I said, listen, man, this is what I posted. I said, we saw the game by now. Who are we signing after cutting Matt Ryan and Dan Toppin? And I use my girl Cardi B here. That's what the people want to know. You know what I'm saying? So now we do know we did sign the one person. Let me see what else I have tagged up here. I was trying to see potential free agents and stuff that we have going on, but everybody kind of knows what's up. The Knicks just picked up a player in the G League. Let me see, Knicks G League. I meant to put that up. Knicks G League. So let's check out the G League team. Let me see the roster. Hopefully they updated the roster. That's one thing about the Westchester Knicks, not Westchester period, not Westchester, the G League period and the WNBA. They don't update their rosters. So anyway, this is the person that we picked up, Johnny Davis. So Johnny Davis is a good potential two-way player also. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if the Knicks are gonna make him into a two-way player, but that's interesting there. This guy here. A lot of people wanted him drafted that year that he was drafted. He was drafted pick number 10 in the first round in 2022. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith wanted this guy. He was totally pissed off that the Wizards picked him over the Knicks. So this is the pick that Stephen A. wanted, way back in 2022. You know what I'm saying? So, look out for Johnny Davis in the future to see if he can find a home somewhere. Do we need a backup shooting guard? We might. I would trade Deuce right now. In a package somewhere to try to make the team better. I would put Deuce in the trade. If Johnny Davis can come in and do something for us, that's fantastic. The potential is there. But the Knicks have the ability to move things around and stuff like that. So one thing I wanted to point out here, let me just get this picture up. I wanted to show you is this video here by our guy Damian Lillard. This is what he had to say about our new player, Marjon Beauchamp.
Tall, long, athletic. He can score the ball. He's competitive. It just kind of jumped out to me. When I watch young players, I always try to put myself in like the space of a scout. And he's a player that, like, if I was scouting a player, I would draft him, So I would pick him just off of what I've seen, the last couple of days. His energy off the court versus on the court, I was like, that's my kind of like young player. He's a big guard,
Yeah, man. So, courtesy of Cap Cut there. So, right from like an all-time great player, Damian Lillard, he said he liked the kid on and off the court. If you had an opportunity to draft him, he would have drafted him. You know what I'm saying? So that is a big endorsement for this kid. So it's not just us talking out of our ass. Oh, we got a new player. Oh, we're gonna win the championship now. Here go these Knicks fans. No, it's not that. This guy is actually a decent player. So if he gets an opportunity to play, then we might actually have a little lateral move there to slightly make our team a little bit better. Like I said, I'm over Shamit. I think Shamit is a waste. This guy can shoot threes just as good as Shamit, except this guy can actually defend the position, and we need him to defend small forwards, not point guards and shooting guards. You know what I'm saying? If he has the ability to slide over and possibly help on bigs, if possible. I wouldn't have him playing power forward, but he can slide over and at least, defend himself against a power forward better than a Shamit would, especially better than a Deuce, because Deuce keeps getting stuck on power forwards too a lot out there on switches, and it's just ridiculous, man. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Knicks. Like I said, we still have 2 more roster spots. We have another 2-way spot to fill, and then we have a regular spot to fill. So I'm thinking Moses Brown might be the regular roster spot that we sign, for the rest of the season. We'll see. They were saying that Moses Brown might not want to sign with the Knicks because he wants an opportunity to play. So Moses Brown might actually pick a team that that he can actually play on. So we'll see how that works when it comes to him. But the opportunity is there to be on a playoff team, to get in front of Tom Thibodeau, get in front of the Knicks organization, and make an impression about the future. Because in my opinion, I think Leon Rose needs to go crazy with this trade deadline. Really try to fill in holes, to plug in what Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart is doing out there. Between those 2 guys and Cat, I think that's our core 3, and everybody else needs to be moved, in order to expedite what we need to do out there. Because defense is what we need. OG was nice last night, but that guy's hurt all the time. The potential for him to be really good is there. I'm quite sure teams would love to trade for him. So buy what is it? Buy high, sell high, I guess, because we bought him high. Same thing with Mikal. Mikal's very efficient. Look at his numbers. His numbers show you that he's efficient. You know what I'm saying? So there's teams out there that can use a shooting guard. Mikal Bridges should be a shooting guard. He shouldn't be a small forward, or a guy that's going to be asked to switch and guard power forwards. Nah, he's a shooting guard, family. He needs to be guarding point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards. Really point guards and shooting guards. He shouldn't be guarding small forwards, to tell you the truth. But that's for the future, man. But for right now, this kid right here is a decent pickup, man. So hopefully something becomes of this and it works out, and we can keep it moving, and everything will be good for the Knicks. Let me say what's up to everybody. Daniel Berry Sports is the first one. Shout out to Daniel. Got a nudie in the place. I'm Jarrell in the place. David L. Shout out to Harlem CEO. This is my guy. Harlem, I got your kicks in the back here. Like I said, I want to make a proper post. I'll probably do that whenever I get a chance. I could have did it this weekend, man, but my wife had to-do lists. When you met me, I was at my mother-in-law's. I was going to my mother-in-law's birthday party. A bunch of Haitians over there. It was crazy. Shout out to everybody in my family there. Moses Brown, yep. Knicks Junkie says go get Moses Brown. I think that's the move there at center. Like I said, these guys are not being brought here to all of a sudden take us to the promised land type of thing. But it's like we need the help. If Mitchell Robinson gets hurt again, we need another center. Because this guy Huck Porty's out for 4 to 6 weeks. He should be shut down for the year, to tell you the truth. Maybe put on the playoff roster just in case. If we're gonna put him out there in the playoffs. Sorry for him. It hasn't really played much. But Moses Brown, like in case of injury, if Cat gets hurt, God forbid, if Mitchell Robinson needs to sit out a little bit, we need to have another center out there. So we need Moses Brown, and we'll see if we get him or not. Keep on scrolling. Julian Bloom, I saw him on Twitter commenting there. Shout out to him. This is the Wilt Strong Show. Okay, I hope Beauchamp will do well. I hope so too. I can't wait to see Clyde and Breen calling his name out. We'll see if he gets an opportunity. So we'll leave it here with On Deals, man. On Deals is always here with the love and stuff. Once again, always check out his content On Deals NYK. Check him out on Instagram. I follow him on Instagram. I'm not sure if he's on TikTok. I don't use TikTok. So shout out to On Deals as always supporting. Hit the thumbs up, likes, and all that nonsense, guys. This is Die Hard Knicks.
Hebrew is a beast.
As you guys know, 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking a thumb salute. I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully we get some more news tonight. Like I said, 2 more roster spots are open. I'll check you guys later. Ebru out. Peace.
Ebru, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. rappers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die. City on my back. They ask me what's my name, and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder.